Good morning, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to another edition of What's Hot with Sea of Tranquility, the show here on the channel where we take a look at some of the cool new releases that have come out in all the different genres of heavy metal, hard rock, progressive rock, jazz, fusion, classic rock. We cover a pretty wide spectrum of stuff here on the channel. Today we've got the 22nd studio album from Canada's very own Saga. It's called Symmetry. And another fantastic album cover. All right, as always from these guys. Here we got the little digipack. Let's take a look at this here. Here's the booklet. All right. Very cool stuff. There's the guys in the band. Got some information, additional artwork. Okay. So here we have on the album, of course, Michael Sadler on vocals, Jim Crichton on bass, Ian Crichton or Crichton on Crichton, many ways you can possibly say that name, on guitars, mandolin and banjo. Mandolin and banjo, you might be saying, what's up with that? Jim Gilmore on clarinet, accordion, piano, and vocals. You might be saying, what's up with that? Where's all the synths and all that kind of stuff? Mike Thorne on kick, snare, kitchen, percussion. Additional musicians, we got fiddle, Shane Cook on cello, Stephanie Secchi on cello, Beth Silver on guest vocalist, Saren Sadler. So you might be thinking, well, what's up with all the kind of additional instrumentation on, classical instruments and all that kind of stuff? Yes, this is kind of an unplugged album, so to speak. So basically, COVID-19, we all know what that has done to a lot of bands, put hold on many, many albums, recording sessions, all that sort of thing. So what Saga have decided to do is put together somewhat of an unplugged album, except it doesn't come across as an unplugged album. Basically what the band did is they got together, I'm assuming mostly virtual, all right, and decided to cover some classic and more obscure songs from their catalog in a more acoustic style. Okay? But rather than just a simple unplugged session like we've heard so many bands and artists do, where everybody pulls out the acoustic guitars and just do these sing-along by the campfire versions of some of their classic songs, they've decided to bring in, like I said, the cello, a couple cellists, the fiddle player, right? You've got, Ian is playing banjo and mandolin. You've got Jim on mostly piano, acoustic piano and accordion and some stuff, right? So it's missing all the big metallic guitar riffs and the blistering guitar solos and the crazy spacey synths. Stripped down versions of some classic songs, but it's really cool and really different. I normally do not like unplugged albums. I'm not a big fan of purely acoustic music for the most part. I do like some stuff here and there, but I've never been a fan of bands doing stripped down acoustic versions of big, massive, boisterous classics that we know and love and have been listening to in their electric versions for many years and now do them unplugged, right? Never been a fan of that. This is not that at all. So going in, I was like, cool, a new Saga album. I love Saga. And then I heard what the format was, and I was a little leery. And thank you, Anthony, by the way. Really appreciate it. This is quite fun and enjoyable. And again, they do enough different things with these songs where it's like, you hear those melodies you remember so well from a lot of these classic tunes, but then they mix it up and they do, there's plenty of little solo spots. You got the Pitchmen on here, which is fantastic, and they do this kind of great little acoustic, fusion-y noodle thing, You got Ian just shredding on the guitar, you got some fiddle in there, it's just really wild. You got the Perfect Time to Feel Better, which has got, all three parts. You've got Images, always there. You got the couple of little preludes on here. You got Say Goodbye to Hollywood, all right. The high side of the other hall, the right side of the other hall. You've got Wind Him Up, which is absolutely terrific on here. And again, they change things up enough where it makes for, okay, it's not just Wind Him Up with acoustic guitars, all right. Love the cellos on here. It adds this nice little kind of orchestral thing going on in the background. Really good. No Regrets is fantastic on here. You got Tired World on here also. So you got a bunch of the chapters are represented here, which is pretty neat for those of you who follow Saga's music and you know how they've done this extended storyline called the chapters all throughout all of their albums, so which is pretty neat. Michael Sadler sounds wonderful on here. He changes his pitch and his key often on, because obviously he's gotten older. His voice has changed a bit over the years, so they have, kind of played around with some of the keys that some of these songs were originally in, and I think it works wonders. This is a really good kind of sweeping, really fun listen. And it's just cool to hear some of these classic Saga tracks that most of us know pretty well, given a different spin, okay, without the big metallic guitar riffs, without the array of synths all over the place, but no less enchanting and no less kind of busy, right? It's just different. And I really applaud them for going that route rather than just having them all sit down with acoustic guitars and just doing these, like I said, little sing-along acoustic ditties or versions of some of these classic songs. I think it's terrific. There's plenty of spots on here for the guys to shine on their instruments. Again, they're just doing it in a different way. And it's really cool. And, there have been lots of discussions and talk around the Saga camp of this band kind of, ending their run at some point. They've done a couple of farewell tours, and that never seems to happen. I hope that this is not the final thing they do, because this shows that they still have a lot to give us, and I hope that they have one more normal album, big electric album in store for us over the coming next couple of years before they decide to finally call it a day. But this is a kind of a cool little, here's what we were able to put together for you during the pandemic. We hope you like it, and I really do like it. Like I said, this was a big surprise at how much I really dug this, and I just love the cover artwork. I mean, that's just absolutely fantastic. They've had so many great album covers, and this is just another one. So Symmetry by Saga. Like I said, if you're scared off by the kind of unplugged notion, don't be. This is very different, and I think this is kind of unplugged on steroids, unplugged plus, so to speak. It's not your run-of-the-mill just sitting around with acoustic guitars. This is a lot of fun. I love the addition of the stringed instruments on here, the fiddle and the cellos. Man, I tell you, if they had decided to add synthesizers on here, you'd almost get this big classic ELO vibe going on. It's very cool stuff. And a lot of these songs, some of these tracks in their original incarnations were kind of a little moody and whatnot. Now they're given this uplifting kind of feel to them, which I think really works. Always there. Just so good. So good. Check it out if you haven't. Give it a spin. Give it a chance. I think you'll dig it. Symmetry by Saga. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter. Of course, we're here on YouTube all the damn time. Some more new stuff coming up, so stay tuned for that. And, of course, in the prog seat happening tonight, so stay tuned for that. Tonight is all about our favorite epic tracks, epic prog metal infusion, epic songs. So stay tuned for that tonight. And a lot more coming up this week. I am Pete Pardo. See you later. Bye-bye.